Okay, today we're gonna play Disco Elysium, or Disco Elysium if you're some kind of wild animal. So it's a CRPG, right? Along the vein of like Baldur's Gate or something, but no combat. All we're gonna do is talk to people. And you'll get the general vibe of what this game's about once you see what the skills are. So, we're of course not gonna pick any of the preset ones. We're just gonna make our own, which is we're gonna be smart. You actually need some motrix if you're going to be smart. And we don't want to die. So we're going to put physique at 2. Even though there's no combat, you can still die. We don't want to die when physique's bad. I've only got a couple hours into the game, but I do know you can die really easily. So here's what kind of game Disco Elysium is, right? Skills, conceptualization, visual calculus. What's another good one? Savoir-faire, you know? Inland Empire. If you can tell me what Inland Empire means without playing the game ahead of time, you're a liar, pretty much. So we just set the one we want as our signature. We want to be a smart boy. We're going to go with logic as the signature. You just get 1 extra point. And that's what we're going with. Let's go. And that's it. We don't get to make anything else about our character. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address, even though... Never mind, I started reading that way too late. Begin.
There is nothing. Only warm, primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Sick.
And an inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What was that about the X something?
Awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a pool of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
No. I wanted to know about the X something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to
Do
me.
you really?
I do, let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much over yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first. What's waiting for me?
There's this giant ball there, in evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're juking it out. It's that large.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
And this duking it out I keep hearing about. What's that?
Vying for resources is a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face. Or you lose.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean drowned?
You're lost.
The sound outside, you recognize it. It's a Caprice Kiena motor carriage. We play a glamorous character in this game, as you can see. Alright. Let's assess the situation. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. The reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Alright. Find a shirt. Find a shirt. Sorry, what's that? Esprit de Corpse, you know? Again, if you know what that is offhand, without playing the game, or what its benefit is, don't believe you. All the stuff. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Shirt. -1 suggestion. Look in the mirror. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Was this not the same Elon that founds empires and lays waste to cities, virile, uncaring towards the little things? Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just a vague impression of a man. Suddenly you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really? Nothing? Really? All recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions. Wipe the mirror. As you slowly reach your hand toward the surface of the mirror. Abort! You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. I don't care. Behold! You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Dear Lord help me, what is this? Whatever it is, at least it's dead now. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? I'm not making it. The face is making it itself. Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Okay. Oh my god, you can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Superstardom. You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here, it looks like a cadaverous spasm. Check for pulse. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive for now. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. It's too late. Like an image on a film, the expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it. Tragic. This is who we are now. So let's find some pants. But first, the tie. We will walk faster eventually. The fan has two chain pull switches. One ends on in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Pull the light bulb. A terrible mistake. Turn off the lights immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. Turn the light off. The lights are off. Pull on the fan. The blades come to a squeaking halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap! It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. What's that necktie giving us? Inland Empire. Horrific necktie. Brad. What's going on with this mirror, brother? Or this window. It's not a mirror. The window stands broken in a frame. Cold wind blows in. Look out. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you can see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. Assess the damage. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from inside. Did I break it with my own hands? Look at them. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. What did this, then? More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from a pulling tool. From a from pulling a tool back in after impact. Wait, what am I doing? Something you've done before. Assess the size of the impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Look, like that green shoe on the hat rack in the corner, which coincidentally is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. Maybe it wasn't me. You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it? This person also forced the drinks on you. I should go and get that shoe. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold. Alright, but... What, is pants? Are these pants? We need pants. No. Oh no, the pants are over here. I'm a fool. I've walked right past the pants. -1 savoir-faire. But electrochemist... Oh. You hear a jingle! Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. Fish them out. It says whirling in rags on the aluminum key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched onto it. It should open the door. We were indeed sealed in. Retrieve the shoe. Shoe retrieved. Let's go out into the world. And now we can walk properly. So, hello, miss. One moment, though. There's something on the table. It's some money. Let's go out and retrieve the shoe. I have played this before for a couple of hours, and I have solved that puzzle inside, figured out what happened to the shoe, but then picking up the shoe failed to recognize it was my shoe. So then you're just stuck with 2 shoes. So we'll hope that doesn't happen. It's taking a little while to load. It's okay. It's loading the whole outside world. Look at the world. Well, a little bit of it anyway. A gust of briny wind washes over you. Retrieve shoe. Successfully deduce it is my shoe. There they both are. 2 identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet, like 2 baby crocodiles. How do they fit? Good. They're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told. Alright. Successfully realized they were my shoes. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. And yes, the whirling in rags. Now let's go talk to the lady. My son, why are you looking at me like that? Hello, miss. Hold on.
Hello, officer.
Hello. The young one raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city. Officer? Am I military personnel?
No.
She seems perplexed by your question. Wait, I know. I'm a businessman. Chief Executive Officer, right? The young woman shakes her head slowly. Officer could be an artistic statement. You're already prone to those. Officer is my stage name, right? I can see myself as a middling disco artist called The Officer.
No. You're a police officer, sir?
You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
All this
You've been
time?
here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
You have no doubt about the drinking, but do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. The words have already left your mouth. I want to have fuck with you. She erupts in laughter, all the fatigue swept from her face. What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again. I said I wanted to have sex with you. No, you see, that's not what you said. You said, but she is unable to finish, consumed with laughter. Come on, pretty please, one more time. I said I want to have fuck with you. God damn right you did, you crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you? Superstar cop, it's been established. Okay, that's cool. Or, if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstardom a tiny bit. It means... No, wait, no. I sincerely think I'm a superstar. It's a theory I'm developing. I have certainly been entertained. Thank you. Whatever you are, you should stick to it otherwise.
It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Alright. Looks like she left a long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Downstairs. Alright, so first off, summer door closed for the winter. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know of your vast oceanic soul. My soul is immense. Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. This goes well with a theory I'm developing that I'm down on my luck superstar person. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works. What should I sing when it comes to it? You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Of course, they'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. Where's it coming from? From a distant sunset? A stage light? Flash photography? Nowhere in particular. That's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit. Actually, now that I hear superstar and law official in a sentence, they sound weird together. What are you, deaf? They're perfect! Like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish. Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Salem Rocky Bye. Badass. On the edge. Disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights. Action. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it, in an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on. And now, we can internalize that thought. From -2 logic, we'll maybe put that one off a little bit, actually. But we can come back to that one later. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down at the stuffed bird. A competent work of taxidermy, the white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is a great skua. The seabird is a symbol for discovery of the Insulidian Isola, the part of the world you're in right now. What happened to the bird?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy? He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird. Oh, no, I already looked at the bird. Can I help with that?
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk
Okay,
to
cool
him,
talk.
okay?
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
You look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind the counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did this Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something. She just... what?
So now you're a cop? Forget it.
Fine. So, over here. The menu has been wiped clean, only the word Monday is written on it. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. Sick. Drugs. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1 p.m." Well, till 1300, but whatever. Mess hall reserved for union members. Doors open 1400. 1600. 1400? What's wrong with me? Hello, miss.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
That's fair. But first, this roll pinball machine is unplugged. A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hands in greeting. Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
No, I'm not going to attempt to emulate his accent. Invent a name for yourself. Raphael Ambrosius Costu. It's so cool. Yes, it is Raphael Ambrosius Costu. It is a one classy name for one classy cop. Say it. My name is Raphael Ambrosius Costu.
Yes, well.
He doesn't even process what you just said, just moves on. Not for a moment does he believe that's your real name. He casts it aside as an intra-departmental joke or a peculiarity he doesn't understand.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied. You mean him? Nod towards the cafeteria manager. Yeah, I talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
What
At
interviews?
the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. And then, soon after, dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees. But first, we have to take it down. But I can't remember anything. He looks at you for a moment in silence. I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through much worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby, but as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern. Let's get going then. After you, officer. If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge? Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something? You mean you don't have a badge? It wasn't on me when I woke up. Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave radio you can use. Report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence. Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by clicking on him. And that's, I think, as big as our party ever gets.
Mr. Garth, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
As I said, Detective Raphael Ambrosius Costu.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us to report the dead body. It was you who placed the code, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the
You said
lieutenant.
you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? With Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I know.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are. But as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective?
He probably means this is where you step in and ask questions. Right then. Questions, I got this. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed them. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa. Yes. Where exactly is the body? Behind this building there's a courtyard. He points to the kitchen behind him. They hoisted him up on the tree there. And how do we get there then? That's easy. See that door over there? He points west. First you exit through that. Then to your right you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Hungarian cavalry to fit through. Who killed him? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. This is it. He said they hoisted him up in the tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know? Before you said they hoisted him up on a tree, who did you mean by they? Oh, he seems a bit surprised you caught that. People are saying it was the union dock workers. That is, it was a lynching. Who exactly is saying that? The locals, customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it. Did the Debaudaires themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor? I don't really know. You will have to ask her. Why would the dock workers lynch this man? I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do. You mean the strike? Yes, the strike. He makes little quotation marks with his fingers. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbor company. I hear a mercenary. The Unionistas probably thought they'd send a message. Did you kill him? What? Are you crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. I have other questions. Why did Sylvie go away? Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this. No, before I asked you where, now I'm asking you why. Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back, and because I asked her for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that. The lieutenant opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Thank you, he says. Mystery solved. Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. This stuff gets on my nerves. I am a feminist. What? I'm not a feminist. I just wanted to see the look on your face. What are you? A chauvinist, then? Huh. He smiles until he realizes his comeback wasn't very good. Then he frowns again. That's all. Let's go. Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. He points to you. You owe me 130 rail. Slip away unnoticed. One moment, you're running like the wind. Then, you suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why? The lady in the wheelchair is behind me, isn't she? That's true, yes, and it's worrying, but let's not fixate on it. Look at that stupid bartender instead. He has no idea what's going on. You and your fuck you fingers floating in the air. Barkeep's got his mouth agape like an idiot. You showed him. Why did I do this? Why did I have to use both my hands to flip him off? Why both? Watch out! Everything goes dark.
Back so soon.
This did not need to happen. I gave no such commands to my body.
Those are the mysteries of the spinal cord. The spinal cord has yet to reveal itself to you. Its mysteries are unholy mysteries.
Wow, there's more of you hidden? I'm so cool.
You are way cool. Cooler than the bottom of the sea. Too cool for this world.
How's it going out there? Are the tiny apes screaming about money yet?
I think the tiny apes have started screaming, yes. Did one of these tiny apes have a pale green face? An old woman appears out of the blackness. Yes! It's a joke, sweetie. I didn't actually think you saw kind green apes of South Sefer in the hostel in Martinez. That would be ridiculous. Are you okay? No, you have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapeze muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move. No, are you okay? The chair took the brunt of it, don't worry. Are you sure, ma'am? Yes, check on him. Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry, this has always been a cop-friendly place. The man seemed shaken by the incident. The drinks are on the house, okay? There's a lot of drinks on the tap. I still have to charge you for the 3 nights in the broken window. That's 100 square. He's shaken. Barter now and he'll cave in. Thank you for your cooperation. Don't thank me yet. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I just can't let you up there. He points upstairs towards your room. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. Do I even have one? But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. I don't know. Near? South, maybe. You don't really know, do you? I don't. Does this mean I'm homeless? South, maybe, doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Could I trace the way back somehow? To a building? To the exact street? The exact number on a building? You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you have the time. Maybe a street will appear. Lonesome long way home. Yes. Internalize. Amazing. Take me away. The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes. What are its hallmarks? Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a little liquor brand blazoned on it. Wait, where do I get such a crown? It comes free with a 6-pack of vermilion Roy d'Or. The words Roy d'Or are stamped into the crown's plastic. The idea of a king in a century gone is pretty fascinating. The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now after 50 years. Fascinating. Miss, hello.
Hello again, sweetie. I see you met up with your colleague.
The lieutenant nods politely. Wait, who's Sweetie? Who's Sweetie?
Why? You are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I don't know, wink. Maybe I have.
You rascal. I'm too old for you, and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling. This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot. How'd you like to roll with me? Her eyes light up. Whatever do you mean? I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie. A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers and forays into the paranatural. I can assure you with absolute certainty there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez. Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway. Why? 3 heads are better than 2. Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place you see. I'd slow you down. She turns back to you with a hopeful glint in her eyes. Perhaps another time. You seem to be in a chair. Yes, dear, I'm paraplegic. A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries like falling from a great height or a grenade explosion. A grenade. Did you fight in the war? No, dear, I'm not quite that old, although I was injured in the line of duty. Were you a mountaineer? Nothing so glamorous, dear, though when I was young I dreamt of planting the Recavellian flag on some figurative peak. What did you do then? I was a training and development manager of a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding. I was lucky, this was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoff nowadays. She runs her hands over the chrome wheels of her chair. I'm sorry, it was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on. That's quite alright, I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am, or what I'm doing, or anything. Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. Yes, officer, you look rather dazed, like a stunned fox, but surely things can't be that bad. I drank so hard, I forgot literally everything. Oh my. You know where we are, right? The Whirling in Rags cafeteria? It was on my keys. That's right. And where is the Whirling Rags cafeteria itself located? Well, several people have said Martinez, but, you know, in hell. We're all in hell. She flashes you a word look. We're in the city of Recheval, dear. Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Recheval. What kind of place is this? Her grey eyes widen. How would I even begin to tell you? Recheval, whatever, is the most beautiful, I know that's on a loading screen as well, in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. Speaking of history, do you know what year it is? This is the spring of 51. That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should be rewarded. Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders. I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just give you one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners, and women. Oh, no, nothing like that, dear. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no matriarchy. If there's no government, how come there are cops? Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol. Not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone. She's scared now. She has realized you really are brain damaged. Who could tell me more? Someone more educated in the sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask, she turns to the lieutenant. No, he looks away. I am not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective. Of course, she turns to you. Then I don't know, someone rich maybe? Wealthy people are educated, though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. Are you okay? I'm very sorry I crashed into you earlier. I don't know what got into me. Oh, I'm perfectly alright. I'm more worried about you. What was that? The cafeteria manager is a bad man, a man without honor or compassion. What do you mean? He was tormenting me with outrageous demands for money. He's just on edge because of the lynching. Don't judge him too harshly. Anyway, I'm glad you weren't injured. This is too much. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case. Amazing. Now, let's investigate this dying man. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful, dark liquor is spilling out. That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? An hour? Sweet Lord, a whole hour, and you haven't thought about rum and lemonade in all that time? You've truly extinguished all traces of yourself. Actually, should I be thinking about this? It looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me. And maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking? Have you thought about that? Get a damn rum and lemonade into yourself, boy, or better yet, lick that stain off the counter. Lick it, but only a little. Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you, licking the tasty rum off the counter, but only a little, then out the window again. What are you doing? He asks without turning his eyes from the street outside. Investigating. We should move. You could definitely go for some more. The titillating scent of alcohol in your nostrils was beautiful. Now,